Peace, love, light, strength, and healing to all. I'd like to thank all those for tuning back to my channel. I'm sending peace, love, and light to all those fighting battles, to all those conquering battles. I send you peace, love, and light. Alright, basically today we're going to be covering ways that you can raise your vibration. Alright, on my last video I covered basically why it's important to have a high vibration, and basically today we're going to be covering ways that you can raise your vibration. Alright, so basically for those who are actually just tuning in, I will give a brief reading on why it's actually important that you should raise your vibration. So basically the last time we spoke about the chart. All right, we spoke about the chart, and we know that there is the lower part of the chart which is fear based, and there's the higher part of the chart which is basically love based. And we know by now, that you should know, when we live our life on the lower frequencies, we are easily controlled, we are easily manipulated, we are unprotected, and we are open and vulnerable to the entities around us. Let me say that again. When you live your life based on the fear frequency, at the bottom of the chart we have things like shame, like fear, like grief, like anger, jealousy, pride. These are basically the frequencies that will keep you unprotected. When you operate on these frequencies, you are easily manipulated, you are easily controlled, you are unprotected, and you are open and vulnerable to the entities, to the energies that basically exist around us. Alright? So basically this is where we all strive to be, the love frequency. Basically where there is courage, where there is neutrality, there's acceptance, there's reason, there's love, there's joy, there's peace, and there's enlightenment. Alright? And basically this is where the Most High wants you to be. This is where the Most High wants all of us to operate. Alright? This is where our true self lies, in the higher states. Alright? This is where your higher self is. This is where you make the best decisions. Alright? So basically we are all basically striving for these feelings. Alright? You may think you're striving for success, but at the end of the day, we are all striving for a feeling. Right? Because success brings a feeling, and that's what you're actually chasing. Alright, so basically this afternoon we're going to be covering ways that you can raise your vibration. Alright, so I encourage you, the viewer watching right now, to stay through the entire video, because this video is actually going to be one of my most powerful videos. Alright, so again, we're going into ways that you can raise your vibration. The first way that you can raise your vibration is by being grateful. Basically practicing gratitude. Alright? So you wake up in the morning and you feel grateful for life. Alright? You feel grateful for the food, the clothes on the bed, the roof over your head. If you have your mother, if you have your father, you basically feel grateful, especially for the simple things. Now, I'm a very deep guy. So, ways that you can raise your vibration even more by practicing gratitude is by being grateful for the simplest things. Alright? What do I mean? So basically we're going simpler than just being grateful for the food you ate this morning, or the clothes on your back, or your job. We're going deeper into that. What do I mean? Basically being grateful for your five senses. For your five senses. Because without our five senses, there's no way that you can experience life. Let me say that again. Without our five senses, there's no way you can experience life. Now when you're actually being grateful for that every day, and you're truly grateful for that, it gives you a different perception. It broadens up your mind. It broadens up your perspective on life. You start to see things way differently, right? just by being simple for these simpler things, your five senses: to see, to hear, to taste, to smell, and to feel. All right? To see, to hear, to taste, to smell, and to feel. So practicing gratitude for these five senses every day will give you a different perception on life. It broadens your perspective on life. It makes you see things on a whole other level, and it raises your vibration. All right? And there are also people out there that don't have all five senses. All right? There are actually people out there that probably missing one of the five senses. And a lot of the times, you will see these people actually live life and still make life a dream. You understand? They still live on a high frequency. But just for a moment, just actually think about living your life without having all five senses. Do you think it's actually possible to experience life without having your five senses? So that's why I say I'm a very deep guy. So we go deeper than being grateful for your mother. We go in deeper than being grateful for the food that you ate this morning. And we're going way deeper. So again, gratitude. That was the first way that you can raise your vibration. The second way you can raise your vibration. Do things that feel good to you. Do things that you enjoy. Do things that you love. This will help you raise your vibration. Now, evil people, because believe it or not, there are people that are evil and there are people that are pure unrighteous. You know, because we live in a world where there are people that are basically made to do evil things, and even if you try to change them, they won't change because this is the path that's there for them. Sad to say. And there are also those people that are righteous, that are pure in heart, that are actually, there for the goodness in life. Now, even evil people can raise their vibration. Let me say that again. Even evil, inhumane people, cruel people can raise their vibration. All right? So believe it or not, there are actually people out there that actually get a high from killing other people. There are actually people out there that actually get a high from stealing from other people. There are actually people out there that actually get a high from destroying other people's lives. All right? Why? Because again, they are actually doing things that they enjoy. You get me? So they are actually doing things that they enjoy. They're doing things that feel good to them. Even if it's wrong to you or it doesn't feel good to you, but that's what feels good to them. So they're doing things that they like, causing them to raise their vibrations. All right? But on this channel, we're going to deal with righteousness. On this channel, we're going to deal with pureness of heart. All right? So I'm speaking to you. You the viewer watching me right now that have an open mind, that always see life through the best lens, and always want the good out of life, right? Do things that you love. So whether that could be dancing, that could be singing, drawing, if you love to give jokes, if comedy is your thing, if you love to act, be creative, invent. Do things that feel good to you. Personally, I am someone, I'm a Libra, right? So, us Libras, we good in everything. We balance. We can do everything. But, I'm better in certain things because I practice certain things more than the other, right? So, for me, I like to dance, not professionally, but, I like to dance, hear nice music, and, sing a little bit and all them kind of things. You understand? So, on my own time, I always do things that raise my vibration. So if you like dancing, dance more. It doesn't have to be professionally. You could be in your room for yourself. If you love singing, sing for yourself, sing for your friends, sing for your boyfriend, whoever. You understand? Just once it's something that you enjoy doing, just once it's something that feels good to you, to your heart, to your soul, it will raise your vibration. All right? Now, now, doing things that you love doing, it will raise your vibration. Now, again, as I said in the beginning, even evil people can raise their vibrations. All right, so again, so basically, this is why it's important. This is why it's important that you don't follow people. This is why it is important that you don't follow people. All right, so let me explain. For example, let's take you for example. Let's say you someone, you're righteous, you have a righteous heart, you have a pure heart. All right, and you have a friend that is basically the opposite of who you are and what you represent. All right, so you basically have a friend that's all about badness, trying to push badness, trying to going against everything that you represent. But again, that's your friend. Now, because we all know we live in a system. We all know we live in a system that glorifies badness. All right, so we know in this generation, badness is cool. Badness is what seems to be popping. Now, let's say you choose to follow that friend. All right? Let's say you choose to follow that friend. And let's say you probably don't even know who you are as yet as a person. All right? But you choose to follow a friend who basically all about badness and destroying people's life and killing and stealing. All right? So you're basically following that friend to go steal or to kill someone else. Now, in that act, your friend is actually raising his or her vibration because again, he's doing something or she is doing something that she enjoys. But you are not. But you following the friend. So your friend is raising their vibration by doing things that they like to do, which is killing, stealing, and destroying. Right? But you probably don't have a clue of who you are as yet. You following your friend. What you are actually doing, you're actually lowering your vibration. Why? Because you're not doing things that feel good to you. You're not doing something that feels good to you. You're not doing something that you agree with. You understand? So you're actually lowering your vibration, while your friend, being the inhumane one, is actually raising their vibration because again, they're doing something that feels good to them. You understand? All right. So basically, this is why it's important that you know who you are in life. All right? Because this is why we have so many youths sitting behind bars, hating their life right now. All right? This is why we have so many youths walking around feeling angry, feeling frustrated, feeling depressed. All right? This is why we have so many people walking around missing an arm, missing a leg, missing an eye, missing teeth. Because doing things that they don't agree with cost them certain things. This is real life. Right? This is why we have so many people feeling hopeless in this life. Because again, they follow other people. You understand? They do things that are not really what they agree with inside. Probably they didn't know who they are as yet, and their vibration was low. And most times your evil friend knows what they represent, and they could care less about doing good and having a righteous heart. So they're doing something that they enjoy, so they're raising their vibration. Sometimes they even get rich. You understand? They even get rich. They become successful and all kind of things. Again, the devil will always feed his children. The devil will always feed his children. Now, if you as a righteous person doing the opposite of righteousness, the devil will not favor you, my friend. The devil will not favor you. Right? So this is why we have so many people hurting in this life, because again, they do not know who they are. This is why it's important that you take time to learn who you are. This is why it's important to raise your vibrations. Blessed. Now, this was number 2. I'm basically gonna do a separate video on each point, so I can go more into depth with each point, because I have a lot to say on each point. All right. So I'm gonna give 4 points, 4 ways that you can raise your vibration, and I'm gonna do separate videos on each point. All right. So let's go on to our third point. The third way you can raise your vibration: meditation. Meditation. Now, I know a lot of people, when they hear meditation, they want to run. Now, I personally, I don't leave my house without meditating. I don't leave my house without meditating on the morning. All right? So meditation gives you a chance to observe your thoughts. Meditation gives you a chance to observe your thoughts, because why we're so busy throughout our day, why we're so involved with our everyday task, we don't really get a chance to observe the way we think. Now, mind you, some of us have a lot of thoughts we have to check. You understand? A lot of us have a lot of programmed habits, a lot of programmed thinking, but we don't realize it because we never get a chance, or we never make time, you understand, to observe and really realize the way we are actually thinking. Right? So basically, meditation gives you a chance to observe your thoughts. Again, we have a lot of programmed habits and a lot of programmed thinking. All right? And that is just one benefit of meditation. All right? There's many benefits of meditation, but again, I'm gonna go more into depth in separate videos on each point. All right? So, how to meditate? How to meditate? All right? I'm gonna give just a few pointers on how you can meditate. The first thing you will basically want to do is to sit in a nice, comfortable, quiet area. To sit in a nice, comfortable, quiet area. Now, I'm fortunate enough, so I actually live alone, so I don't really have anyone, disturbing me. So I can literally choose to meditate at any time of the day, because I don't live with anyone. I have no kids and or anybody basically disturbing my peace. All right, but probably you watching me right now, you maybe living with a big family, or you probably have kids, or probably your neighbors, always blasting music, because we know how it stay in St. Lucia. You check it. So again, you find a place to sit. If during the day it's always noisy in your area, in your home, wake up early in the morning. Wake up early in the earlier hours of the day. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, where it's still peaceful, it's still quiet out. So you might be saying it's too early. Again, it's your life, it's not my life. If you want to do this, you will find time and you will find a way. So again, if you find it difficult to get a quiet place to sit down, because you're always being bombarded by the noise around you, wake up in the earlier hours of the day. All right. So basically, what you want to do, you want to sit down in a nice, comfortable area. Do not lie down. You want to sit up. You want to sit down. Sit on the floor. Probably take a cushion, sit down on the floor. You understand? Cross your legs. And for those who are just starting off, you might want to lean against the wall, because again, your back probably might not be strong enough to stay by itself. So you might want to lean against the wall for support. All right, so you brace against the wall, cross your legs, you close your eyes. That's the first thing you do. Now, if you can, get a pair of headphones, go onto YouTube and search up 442 hertz frequencies. All right, again, I'll make a separate video on basically frequency as well. I'll explain why in another video, but you want to listen to 442 hertz frequency, with a pair of headphones. All right, so basically this will actually help you. This will actually put you into a trance faster. It will put you into a trance faster. All right, so again, you get a pair of headphones and you go to YouTube and you search up 442 hertz frequency. All right, while sitting down, if your eyes closed. Now, for those people who basically use cannabis can actually enhance your experience in meditation. Now, I'm only speaking to those who already use cannabis, and I'm not telling nobody, child, to go and smoke weed. Let me say that again. I'm not telling nobody, child, to go and smoke weed. For those who already use cannabis, because most of the times we're going to use cannabis to enjoy life. So because everything feels better, or when behind things. So you basically want to watch a movie, do this if you're a chick. You check what but most of us don't really try meditating with cannabis. Try it out, because cannabis actually opens up your chakras. It actually opens up your chakras like that, especially your third eye. All right. So using cannabis during meditation, it speeds it up. You understand? It enhances the process. All right. It enhances the process. All right. You will begin to literally feel a tingle right in the center of your head, right there. It will feel like somebody is literally touching your head. But just don't be afraid. It's nothing to fear. People would say it's demonic. I don't know why people say that. I don't know why people say it's demonic. But as I was saying, when you use the cannabis, it enhances the experience. All right? It speeds it up quickly. All right? So you'll begin to literally feel a tingle, a little sensation right in the middle of your forehead. So basically that was the second, but again, that's for only those who already use cannabis. If you do not use cannabis, stick to your headphones, the hertz, the frequencies, and you're good. It does the same thing. Now what you would actually want to do, take some deep, long breaths. All right? Take some deep, long breaths and try to only focus on your breathing. All right? Try to only focus on your breathing. So take some deep, long breaths. Now, for those who are basically just starting off, it will be a bit difficult for you to clear your mind and only focus on your breathing. All right? So basically, do not fight it. Do not try to fight what's going on in your mind. Just focus on your breathing, take some long deep breaths, and allow your thoughts to flow. A lot of people, a lot of YouTube channels will tell you to clear your mind, but I'll be real with you, it's very difficult to clear your mind. You understand? So on this channel we keep it real. So it will be impossible to clear your mind. So again, we observe our thoughts. We don't fight it. We don't force it. Force creates resistance. You understand? So we let it flow. If you're thinking about your woman, you're thinking about your man, you're thinking about work, you're thinking about your future, let it flow. All right? Do not fight it. Just make sure that you breathe in, that you fill in your lungs with air. All right? You fill in your lungs with air and you take some long, deep breaths. Now, you want to do this for about 30 minutes every day. It's not about coming and do it today and then tomorrow passing, the next day passing, and you come back the next day and doing it. And the other day passing again. Consistency. That's where you will see results. With consistency. Alright? So you want to do this for about 30 minutes every day. All right. Now, this was actually my third point. The third way to raise your vibration. Now, the fourth way. The fourth way that you can raise your vibration. Eating proper foods. What we eat directly affects the way we think and the way we feel. What we eat directly affects the way we think and the way we feel. What we eat directly affects the way we think and the way we feel. I know you don't want to hate, but again, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. What we eat directly affects the way we think and the way we feel. Imagine a vehicle. Imagine a vehicle that is designed to run on gasoline. But instead of gas, we're actually giving the vehicle Coke. We're giving it soda. We give it all different types of things that it was not designed to run on. Right? How can you expect that vehicle to operate at its best? Alright? If you don't give that vehicle what it actually needs, what it was designed to take, alright? How can you expect that vehicle to operate at its best? How can you expect to function at your best if you don't take the necessary foods that you need? Right? When you don't eat what you need, how can you expect to function at your best? Right? That's actually one of the most important points. That's actually one of the most important points. Now, again, I'm not telling you to quit all the foods that you love that are killing you. Right? There's moderation. There's something called moderation. Try to balance the amount of healthy foods that you eat with the amount of unhealthy foods that you eat. I'll not even say balance. Try to consume more healthy foods than unhealthy foods. You understand? Don't balance it out. Eat more healthy foods than unhealthy foods. You understand? Because, for example, let's say you mostly consume a lot of dead foods, a lot of unhealthy foods, right? For example, so you basically consume a lot of unhealthy foods, a lot of dead foods, and you hardly consume any healthy food. So let's say you actually develop a deficiency. Let's say you actually develop a deficiency. Let's say a deficiency in iron. All right. Let's say you develop a deficiency in iron. Now, a deficiency in iron would lead to something you may want to call anemia. All right. A deficiency in iron will lead to what you want to call anemia. Now, symptoms of anemia would basically include dizziness, headaches, low levels of energy, so you feel fatigue, right? And you're always tired, right? So that alone shows you, right? That alone shows you if you do not eat what you need, what your body needs, you can never feel at your best. You can never operate at your best. As I said, this is the most important point out of the 4 points. You understand? If you do not practice this point, just forget about the others. Literally, just forget about the others. All right. Remember, what we eat directly affect the way we think and the way we feel. All right. So that was 4 points that was 4 ways to raise your vibration. Again, I will basically make separate videos on each point so I can go more into depth on each point. Write down in the comment which point you would like to hear more about, and I'll touch base with you. All right. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. All right. So basically, this was 4 ways to raise your vibration. All right. So remember again, we are all co-creating our own life. We are all co-creators of our own reality. So let's create. Peace, love, and light to all.